sure was for me. I'm not sure about everybody, but it's an emotional game for me. I knew what I needed to come in here and do. My last game in Tiger Stadium. It was very emotional from when I came here as a 17-year-old kid. So it's been a 16-year-old kid. It's been a dream come true for sure.
Talk about your growth this year. I guess maybe on the field, but off as well. Where do you think you've improved the most?
Being a leader, being that person that my coach can count on, my receivers can count on, to lead by example, just always working my tail off to be great.
Adjustments in the second half, or adjustments to get going offensively. What do we all able to fix?
We came out slow in the first quarter. When we got the ball, a few 3-and-outs, 2 3-and-outs. They was chewing up the clock a lot, so it was causing us to start a little bit slow. But I think when we got back in the locker room and our coaches, got us way amped up than we was prepared. It's our last game at Tiger Stadium. Why we so quiet? We should play with a chip on our shoulder. We never lost at home. We knew they was gonna come in here and try to beat us at home. So we had to come out in the second half and just prove that we still the best offense in college football.
What did it mean you to break the record?
It means everything. I really never, paid attention to the receptions lead. I was really working on the receiving yards, but it's one run record down, one more to chase. I'm still gonna break it.
You gonna play in the record?
Yeah, sure, I will.
What was that moment like when they recognized you and all the fans kind of went nuts?
What you say?
What was going on inside of you when they announced it?
It was a rush of happiness. Inside of me, I was amped up, happy to go, but I still had to go out there and make plays. Also, we was losing at that point, so we still need to go out there and make plays. So I handled it, very professionally.
You guys are tight with Jaden. Did y'all talk about the fourth quarter and needing to kind of turn it on and let's get this thing going?
It was our O-linemen. They get us amped up. When they start, moving the front, getting us going. We start pushing the ball down the field. Making plays on the field, catching the ball, catch up the run. So, that amped it up a little bit.
Some are going to say that the sluggish start takes away from Jaden's Heisman campaign. What would you say to that?
Nah, I don't think nothing. He's the best player in college football in my eyes. For him to have, 3 receivers finish with a touchdown, one over 100 yards, another one, him just giving us a shot down the field. Him using his legs, him being that vocal leader of the offense, it's okay we started off slow. It's not really about how you start, it's really how about you finish. We was losing coming into, the halftime, we turned it up and we got a big win.
The touchdown that was taken away, that would have broken the record, right?
Yeah, it sure would have.
So did you know that in the moment? What was kind of going through your head?
Yeah, you can see me, I'm looking at, Kyron block down the field, he wanted me to get it so badly. I'm looking at him blocking, and I felt like it was going to come back cool in the last push-off. I looked at the sign, looked at the ref, and he threw it, and that's when I kind of slowed down a little bit, but, I knew I still had some more to go. I'm not mad at him for, trying to get me to break the record. It shows how much he cares about me, so how much he cares about, my success being here. So, it's all love for him. I'm just glad that, he was aware that, I wanted to break it. So I'm not mad at him. I'm still happy for him.
Why is it important to you to play in the bowl game in a couple of weeks?
That record hasn't been broken in over 20 years. Whoever has the opportunity, which is me, I would feel like they would want to do the same. I came here, played with a chip on my shoulder. Didn't care who I was playing, didn't care how many games we had left. I never, left my team out there to dry. So, it's this record, is mine to break. God put me here for a reason. So, I'm just happy that he chose me to be in this opportunity to go break that record. So, I'm going to do what he wants me to do.
What about playing alongside BT and Kyron, this year has been rewarding for you?
It's the best receiver core that I've been around. BT, hell of a player. Kyron also, a gritty player. So just having those guys on side me, them making plays, it causes me to amp up and want to make plays also, especially when you see one of your brothers that you came here as a freshman. I seen BT, me and him out there, making plays. So to see him come from what he's been through all these years and him to be on side me playing and him sticking wild, right on side me, and him having the year that he's been having and me having the year that I've been having and he came here as freshman. I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of our success that we had. And Kyron, adding to that, coming from, UL, him playing in a Power 5 school, picking LSU. I'm just happy to be a part of that group.
Malik, you were waiting on Jaden while he was interviewing, and the emotions hit you, what was kind of going through your mind?
So really the emotion that was running through my mind was that, I came up short 22 yards. I'm always hard on myself, especially if I got, to put myself in history. I wanted to do that so bad. I worked these last few weeks to get that. The receptions, I couldn't be mad. I couldn't be mad. I still set one record, one to go. I was just so proud that, all my teammates, they came, they came around me, they told me congratulations. It's been a long journey for me. And for them to see that, and for them to know my accomplishments, and them to see me work hard, to be in the spot that I am, I'm just, that's kind of rushing. That kind of was rushing through me. That everybody was so proud of me.
What's your favorite thing about playing with Jaden?
How he's a rare, how me and him always on the same page. I might be sometimes playing backyard football. Him too. We always on the same page with different coverages. I'm just happy that he came here. He knew the receptions, he knew the yards. He's always trying to feed me the ball. So I'm just great that he's been playing on side me, especially. I got a Heisman candidate on side me as a quarterback. It's been a dream come true, and I'm happy for him.
The offensive explosion you guys had in the second half, did you think it was just a matter of time?
Yeah, we had to get going, especially with the slow starts. It was a 11 a.m. game. A lot of players can't come out. A lot of people can't come out here and expect to put 50 points in the first half. So it was just something that we just had to keep on going. I'm just happy that Jaden got us going, our O-lineman got us going. Receivers woke up, started making plays. Chris came up, made a play. You never know whose day it might be. You never know who might get that play to set the team off. So that's all they mean.
We may not see you in for a long time. Your thoughts on a bowl game? You think you can play one more game for LSU, or that's going to be a process? Or?
Like I said, I really want to play. It's a decision I might have to look into, to play. But like I said, a lot of people don't come across this record to break. So being the competitor that I am, being the dog that I am, I wanna set myself in history. I wanna leave my name at the number one spot as much times as I can.
It's gonna matter if Jaden plays.
It doesn't matter which quarterback plays. I know Nuss. If he don't play, it's gonna be my full game that I play with Nuss. I came in with him as a freshman, and I've been seeing him grow. Him staying down to the the LSU home. Him, always loving Tiger Stadium, always being around LSU. So. I know it's gonna be a great game to see him go out there, play a final game with me. I know he wants that very well. So just something that, we might get Jaden to come back, we might not, but I know for sure, I got another quarterback that's in the back of him that can sling it too.
What's it mean to be up for the Bolton call?
That's also, a great accomplishment. It was one of those goals I set on January 17th. I told Coach Flint, he asked me what my goals wanted to be this season. I told him I wanted to be a Biletnikoff winner. I didn't say no finalists. I said a winner. So, I'm still pushing to hopefully I get that reward. It's been something that I pushed to every time I worked out. In the training room. It was always something I looked up at my rack, and I always seen me, in the Biletnikoff. So it pushes me to go harder, and to see that I'm in that, that spot right now is so real.
I'm sorry if you already answered, but Kyron getting emotional about the fact the flag wiped out your record.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a teammate.
Yeah,
Who cares?
It is tremendous. After he called him a touchdown, he pointed at me. A lot of players not gonna do that. Knowing that he sacrificed a touchdown for him to get. I'm very proud of him. I'm still not mad at him, but for him to get emotional, that's a real brother, that's a real friend, that's a real teammate. For him knowing that I was up close to winning it. Winning the record, and him blocking down for him putting all his effort in for me to get the record, and then for him to score a touchdown right after that, and him point at me and get emotional and start tearing up. It shows how much he cares about me. So I'm really proud of him. He's gonna always be in my corner. That shows how much he really cares about me as a person.
Thanks, guys. What was significant?